not my fault. You've been lying, saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options. I ain't take your options. Nah, I'm not the problem, man.
Hey guys, it's Deedee Rich, and I'm back again with another episode of the Relationship Within, the podcast series. And we are going to continue. We just talked about a little earlier today, we talked about the masculine, female dating a feminine man. And now I want to talk about a masculine man dating a feminine woman. And if you haven't checked that podcast out, please go check that out so you can stay up to part of what we're talking about here. So now we have the dynamic of a masculine man dating a feminine female, which most of us would say this would seem to feel like more of a natural progression to things. The woman being in her state and the man being in his natural state. And yes, it is. These situations tend to be, when it comes to the energy that is of masculine and feminine, seem to fall in place more often. However, there's always a polarity to everything, and sometimes, the polarity of the masculine and the feminine is not always peaceful. Why? Because this is always a spiritual journey you're on. When you meet people, you meet them for a reason, and they come into your life to teach you something, but also to bless you. So with that being said, what is the lesson here? What is the spiritual lesson? And what does the man and the woman take away from this type of connection? The man naturally is learning to be or balance within himself, more of his feminine energy with his natural masculine energy. And the woman is learning to balance within herself more of her masculine energy with her natural feminine energy. And so there is a lesson in that. And as you can see, if you listen to the podcast earlier, you would realize off top, those lessons are going to be very different. Okay, because the masculine man in a situation, you're dealing with a man who's more about action. He may be louder, he may be less laid back, more, busy, so to speak, in every aspect of his life. He comes with that masculine energy that women are drawn to more naturally than the feminine male. So off top, she kind of already feels like he's in control, and she gives him that more readily. Of course, you have some women that it doesn't matter what type of man she gets, or some man that it doesn't matter what type of female he gets. They're just messed up people, and they don't know how to be in relationships or connections, period. But we're talking about the people that are in these connections, and they're meeting the right people at the right time, and they're good people, genuinely trying to have relationships. A woman's that's in her natural feminine essence in her relationship, and she takes that role, she may be more domesticated, but she also may be less of the woman that goes after life. Maybe she's not the go-getter or the real ambitious woman, because she's more in the laid-back role that I speak of about the feminine man in the other podcast. She's more of the one that's laid back, that's taking more of the easier approach to life, and kind of sometimes you may see her kind of let things go by. You know, maybe she doesn't speak up enough. Maybe she doesn't go after things enough in life, in that man's opinion. And so his role in the connection is to kind of take the lead and help her to come more into or balance that masculine energy in her. And so it's a little easier in this type of situation because the man, you know, he's in his masculine role naturally, and so he's all about action. And the more action he takes in a mature, positive way, the more she's going to look up to him, the more she's going to strive to be everything that she see that he is. And it's not like a competition thing, but she's going to push to be greater within herself. So if that guy has expectations for himself, and say he's a mature masculine man that works hard, that you know, takes care of his body, that eats good, that, you know, knows where he wants to go in life, she's going to admire those things so much because they're lacking in her, and she's going to strive to do better in those areas in her own life because she knows that this guy, every woman wants a masculine man, right? It's just a natural attraction to that. Why? Because we're opposites. So because of that, she's going to kind of step her game up. She's going to get on it. And you'll find her, and this is the powerful thing about this connection, is that a masculine man doesn't really have to speak much in telling his woman what he needs from her. And this is something that they have to learn, is that it's all in how you, or what you do with yourself, that gets her to step up. And if you just take action in your own life in every way that you want her to be, she will naturally progress to that. But if you bark at her, if you push her, if you you know, try and force her to be on a different page with it, or step up more in her life, maybe you're trying to push her to go back to school or to do something with herself, or, you know what I'm saying, lose weight or whatever it is, if you're trying to push her to get more into that thing, it's never going to work. It's going to push you apart from each other, because this is supposed to be more of a natural progression, because you are the masculine and she's the feminine, and it's already balanced in that way. So now you only need to balance yourselves within on an individual level. Whereas the other connection we talked about with the masculine female and the feminine man, they have more of a task, because they are not only dealing with an individual task, but a together task. And so these connections are a little harder to deal with. The masculine man with the feminine female is more of an easier task, because you already have part of that done for you. And so when you two come together, if that man is on his stuff and he's mature and he's ready, you have the power in the connection. You have the power to bring the connection exactly wherever it is that you want to bring it. You have the power to do that because you are in your masculine energy and she's looking to you. Even though it may not always seem that the woman is looking up to you, she is. She's watching everything you do. She's looking at all of your powerful skills that you have within you. And this is one of the reasons why women tend to get frustrated in these type of connections, because if the guy is not mature, but yet he's masculine, he can destroy anything around him, because he's destroying himself. He's in his natural element, but he's using it in the wrong way, which creates nothing but destruction when it comes to masculine energy. So And we'll talk more about that maybe on another podcast, but this dynamic can really work. It can be really great. You'll probably find this more often in relationships than the flip side of things. But if you are in this connection, it is truly the man who's taking the lead in this connection, and it is his job to really push the connection to where it needs to be if he truly wants it to be a long-term situation, or a situation with less problems, less stress. And so once again, I'll say, if you have a lady and she's more in her feminine role and you would like to see her be more aggressive, more ambitious, step out into life and kind of do things in a way that you both feel like you're going in the same direction, encourage her with your words. It's one of the most powerful ways to bring a feminine energy into action, is to encourage them with your words, give them praise, let them know that they are needed, they are valuable. And you can do this by not only compliments, but actually giving them responsibility in a way that it helps them to gradually step into their role in a more masculine, more action-oriented approach. Give them some of the say in the situation. Sometimes in these combinations, you see the man kind of take over too much. Everything is me. I'm in control. I'm the head. I'm the one that's doing everything. You just follow. And a feminine female will do that, but she's not happy. So I wish we had more time to talk about this subject, but we don't. So we're going to cut it short right there. And I hope, this has helped some of you guys out there. If you like these videos, please like, subscribe, click that bell so that you can get notifications about my up and coming videos. And check out the links below. Check out the previous video on masculine females dating feminine men. And you can kind of connect the two. Check out the next video where we're going to go a little deeper into these subjects. Okay, until next time, guys. Bye.